Hey guys, Zypra here and welcome to the Feral Druid Survival Guide. First I'll cover the introduction, so the importance of surviving as a Feral Druid and that kind of thing. I will cover the abilities, what you're going to need to survive as a Feral Druid, the abilities that you can use to survive. I will share a bit of knowledge with you, give some examples of some things, and then finally practice. That's an important bit and I will explain it in more detail when we get to that bit. Introduction. Surviving as a Feral Druid is important in PvP. Especially in Arena, because it allows your healer to set as much CC as possible while holding his trinket. It's incredibly important for your healer to hold his trinket as long as he can, and your abilities to survive plays a vital part in that. Now let's move on to the abilities you need to survive as a Feral Druid. Abilities. Bear Form is a key ability in surviving as a Feral Druid, because the armor is increased by 250%, which means that you will take less physical damage. That means less damage from bleeds and all that kind of thing, and your stamina is also increased by 20%, which means that you will have more hit points as well. Survival Instincts is another key ability as a Feral Druid. What it does is it reduces all damage taken by 50% for 60 seconds. So this basically means it's not just going to reduce the physical damage, or it's not just going to reduce shadow damage, it's going to reduce all the damage by 50%. Everything you take will be reduced by 50%, and it has a max of 2 charges. Other abilities that can be used are Frenzied Regeneration for the healing in Bear Form, Wild Charge to jump back to your healer, but please be aware, if you shift out of form, you might get unlucky and be CC'd out of form. This is dangerous for your survival. In PvP you should also have the trinket that breaks you out of CC. This needs to be used very carefully in order to not get caught out in an awful situation. Heals you can use are as follows: Rejuvenation, which is your instant cast heal, Ysera's Gift or Cenarian Ward, or even Renewal, but I recommend Ysera's Gift or Cenarian Ward, but it's situation dependent. For example, if you don't have gear, Cenarian Ward is quite nice with Heart of the Wild. You can also have either Heart of the Wild or Nature's Vigil, or even Dream of Scenarios, although once again I recommend either Heart of the Wild or Nature's Vigil, once again depending on your situation. Last but not least, you've got Heal and Touch, which is a cast heal, but if you can get away from your enemy, I recommend you use it as much as possible. Knowledge. An incredibly effective way to survive as a Feral Druid is to have help from your teammates. These are known as peels. What are peels? Peeling is CCing a DPS off your teammates. When trying to survive, if CC is used quick enough, your teammate won't have to use any cooldowns to survive, and you might even force an enemy trinket, which, as I mentioned earlier in the video, is the trinket is incredibly important. Also, surviving isn't about using cooldowns just as soon as someone starts attacking you, because that would be a complete waste of cooldowns, right? So knowing what abilities classes have is very helpful. For example, if another druid uses Incarnation on me, I'd probably have to trinket and use the Survival Instincts if my healer was CC'd. It's stuff like that that allows you to effectively survive with using as little as possible, so that you've got it for next time round. Voice communication is incredibly important to survive. If you're communicating with your teammates, then your healer can let you know if you're okay, and if not, you can use your defensive cooldowns where they are needed. Practice. Last but not least, one of the main things to take from this video is just to keep practicing. Do not assume you're bad at the game because you die. We can't always survive in an arena game or a battleground or any kind of PvP in WoW. Even the very best players in the world can still be beaten. The key is to just keep practicing and you'll pick it up in no time, and before you know it, you'll be surviving a lot of tough offensive bursts from all classes. Duels are a nice way to learn a class's offensive cooldowns if you're worried about not knowing when they're bursting. I'd like to thank you for watching my Feral Survival Guide, and if you liked it, please hit the like button so I know it was a good, entertaining and educational video. If you'd like to see more of my future videos, please hit the subscribe button, and last but not least, if you have any questions or want to give me some feedback, please leave a comment in the comment section and I will try my best to answer the question or use the feedback where appropriate. Thank you for watching, take care and bye for now.